Okay.
What's good? Yo, my name is Drew Drake, and I'm doing a poem for Legacy Disciple Poetry Slam. It's called Count Your Blessings. Hope you enjoy it. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and we stumbled upon the topic of religion. Splunk like a rock not light enough to walk on water, we did not wade in the storm, but rather we ricocheted hard into the cathedral door. She asked me, if you go to church on Sundays, because you seem like one of them churchy type boys. And I told her, yeah, would you like to join? And in that moment, we felt like the two opposite sides of the Red Sea parted, awaiting something to pass we did not know. She said no. But her no had the resonance of count your blessings. Her no sounded like, Drew, have you ever been cut by glass before? Her no was as beautiful as stained glass windows, and I was enamored to learn more. A week before, a Christian pastor taught me the concept of apologetics, which means the defense of the faith, which means he taught me all the targeting techniques, but not how to shoot the gun. And here I am, ready to fly before I ever once learned how to run. And here I am, ready to rifle religion at someone before I ever considered shielding them in a relationship first. I asked her, do you even believe in God? And she said, I'm not worried about God these days. More concerned about man. More frightened by men. More terrified by church boys like you who don't know what it feels like to rebuild yourself after the hurricane. Horrified that some of y'all church folks don't realize that you are the hurricane. You are the tornado. You are the earthquake that's plowed this body 1,000,000 times before, and that left us both deaf. Left us studying body language in hopes that we can break our own silence. It made me wonder, why was I ready to shove the book of Revelation down her throat when all she wanted was a shoulder to rest on for restitution. Reconciliation is a term I heard once in VBS for the church to make itself whole again, but restitution, that holds a harsher R that I'm not sure my tongue can carry or find. I asked her, why did you call me a hurricane? Because I'm not my father. Though my father is a natural disaster, and in that moment, it felt like the earth pulled its scalp back like new growth prepped for the retwist. It felt like a release of weight on bended knee in a crying hour. It felt like this poem found its introduction when I laid God down and just held a light up in silence so she can find all her broken pieces. I realized I had pieces of dead skin on this glass tongue of mine. In my attempts to do the Lord's work, is my tongue nothing but a scimitar, nothing but a saber, nothing but a curved scythe ready to cut through anything that doesn't look like itself? In VBS, they taught me that the power of life and death lies in your tongue, but maybe that's just about perception, about who's on the end of the bullet and who's pulling the trigger and who's watching and who's in power. And don't that sound like a cycle? I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and we stumbled upon the topic of religion. Or actually, we just found ourselves in the basement of church trauma. The hurt that is suppressed on Sundays. My adoration of her glass-stained windows was just like a reflection of my blood-stained tongue, a simile of battered sanctuaries in the midst of the storm, because here I am. If I'm comparing myself to her, I'm broken too.